a very active person. I am the girl who's gonna turn flips around the house, who's dancing around the house, who's singing around the house. Chemo just said, no, you're not, and knocked me down. It knocked me down. I found my lump with a self-exam, and I kind of freaked out from the lump. I don't have any money. I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do. And the doctor, the different hospitals are telling me that I have to have this amount of money. And so she said, you know what? Susan G. Komen does grants, and they're going to talk to you about having the diagnostics done, and that the Komen grant will pay for it. Well, I was elated at that time because I wanted to know what it was. And I don't know if somebody could really understand sitting there waiting and wondering what it is and not having the resources. When you go through chemo, I was on the most aggressive chemo, the most aggressive. I call it red devil, yellow devil, white devil. I named them devils because the first day you're okay. It's the second day, once it starts moving through your body, it feels like somebody's actually taking a razor blade and just scraping off your bones. I think I'm like one of the strongest people out there, but I can recall twice, wanting to give up, just saying, Lord, just take me. I just can't do it anymore. I always thought I had faith. No, I didn't. I had to go through breast cancer to know what faith was really about. And it's like you have to eternally just go inside and pull out this imaginary strength that you don't know anything about and, become Superwoman and Superman, and then look for some other superheroes, Dallas County Komen was my sidekick. I really don't think that I could have gotten through cancer without them. I was just supposed to get it for a certain amount of time, and they came back and said, we'll go ahead and give you an extra month or so because you're about to have surgery. A lot of us, and I can say me myself, out of fear, we won't even go to the doctor because we don't know about the resources. So I would say put yourself in my shoes, or just think about your daughter going through it. Think about your mom going through it. Think about you going through it. Why wouldn't you want to help? It took me to go through this to know how important it is to donate. I'm so happy right now. I don't even have everything. I'm not even rich, but I'm happy to be alive.
Happy, strong. She was a woman of faith. While I questioned my faith, she always reminded me the strength of her own faith. The night that she was diagnosed, I said to her, "You're going to watch your children graduate." There was no other option in my mind. She sacrificed much because she wanted to be with them. Another reason for my wife to want to continue fighting. I asked the doctors early on, I said, I want you to give it to me as it is. I will understand what you are saying to me. There were some concerns, and did some tests and discovered that her breast cancer had spread to her spine, ribs, and brain. My daughter has only known her while she's been ill. And my son, I think he remembers her when she wasn't. I just tried to do my best to make sure that they don't forget. I love my wife. One thing is for certain, I was committed that evening when we found out that she was when she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. I was committed to be the best and the most active and the most educated and responsive caretaker, advocate for my wife as possible. That was my mission. That was it. That was my primary mission, was to be there for my wife. She was my best friend. I didn't even know about Komen prior to my wife's diagnosis. And I had never even heard of them. We didn't even know that they existed. But they helped us. They helped us when we needed it. For me, I wanted to devote as much time as an advocate as possible. And the last thing I want to do is think about whether I can pay, whether I can pay my next mortgage or whether I can pay for the groceries. And relieving me of those burdens allowed me to spend more time, more of my energy as an advocate to my wife. And one of the things that I think about is, I have a daughter. I have a daughter. And the contributions that I make today may help my own daughter in the future. If the remote possibility that this disease will no longer exist for us, that in itself is worth being a part of it.
Breast cancer continues to affect the lives of thousands of men and women. More than 230,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year, and nearly 40,000 will lose their fight. 75% of the net funds raised in Dallas County stays in Dallas County. Since 1992, the Dallas County affiliate of Susan G. Komen, with the help of donors, volunteers, and sponsors, has invested more than $19 million specifically to meet the breast health needs of low-income, underinsured, and uninsured men and women who need screening mammograms, diagnostic procedures, breast cancer treatment, transportation to medical appointments, and financial assistance to help them keep their lives afloat. The determination of how the 75% of net funds are invested back into the community is based off of a needs assessment that identifies the breast health needs of Dallas County. The remaining 25% of net funds raised goes toward research to find the causes and cures of breast cancer. While we have made an impact in thousands of families' lives in Dallas County, our work is not over, and we need your help. Make your impact. Donate today. Visit Komen-Dallas.org.